passive income from holding Solana NFTs. That's the dream, right? We all want to be degens. We all want to find the next big flip. We want to buy it 1 Sol and flip for 15. But why not be able to buy a project and sit back as it gradually increases in price, gradually deposits Sol into your account, and just relax and live the good life? This video is one of the most important videos that I've ever made because I'm not just going to give you some projects that passively provide you with income. I'm definitely going to do that. But I'm also going to show you exactly how you can find these type of projects on your own consistently from here on out. I'm going to show you the 4 different types of projects that I look at to earn passive income through Solana NFTs, and I'm going to show you exactly how to know if it's a good investment or not. The 4 different buckets of projects that I look at on Solana for passive income are: number 1, casino games; number 2, long-term blue chips; number 3, either staking or risky or creative game mechanics to earn money passively; and 4, I'm going to show you what I look at in upcoming projects to determine if I think they have long-term staying power and if they're a good fit in my portfolio as a passively earning NFT. Let's dive right into that first bucket, casino games. So the most important thing that you need to get out of this video is to understand what it looks like to be a good project. I don't want to just show you, hey, look, buy into these 3 projects. I want to show you how you can determine these on your own. Let's start with that first bucket, casino games. More importantly, we can start with Degen coin flip, which is one of my favorites. Let's talk about the category as a whole. For these type of games, what they do is you buy the NFT, so you're holding a Degen coin. And make sure you can think about it in 2 separate spots. There's the investor and the gambler. You're the investor holding the DCF token. So now the gambler comes on. They go onto their website. I'm the gambler. I'll be the Degen. You guys be the investors. So I'm going to come onto this website, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip a coin against somebody else, a 50-50 shot at winning, doubling my money. But win or lose, the house takes 3.5% cut. You as the investor are the house. So if you check the top of the screen for Degen coin flip specifically, they have done over 133,000 Solana has been flipped. That's over 20 million USD. But if you go to their Twitter, it says they're actually over 25 million USD. And at a 3.5% cut for the house, which is you, the investor, split among all the holders of Degen coin flip, they're taking 3.5% of 25 million, which means they've returned roughly 880,000 back to the holders. Another project that does the same thing is OnlyDice. They have a front end for gamblers like me, and on the back end, you hold the OnlyDice token. They're going to take 3.5% cut of everything that I gamble and give back to you. So now what you need to do is find out if there's an ROI in these type of games. If you check on Magic Eden, the floor right now is about 3.4 for one of these, but you need to realize how the distributions get sent out. This game actually launched very recently, I think about 6-7 days ago on the 13th of January, and they just had their second distribution where they take the house's money, you, and they give it back as distributions to the investors. So I did a little bit of digging for you guys, and it looks like they had 300 Solana in total daily volume. Then they have a Sol per dice number, which means how much Sol you get as distributions depending on how many dice you have at 0.0088 Sol. That's because out of the 3.5% rake or cut that they take as the house, 2.5% goes back directly to the holders. So what you're going to have to do to determine if there's an ROI here is you're going to have to do some math. You're going to determine, okay, if this is the daily distributions of 0.0088 Sol daily, how long is it going to take me if I buy into one OnlyDice for 3.4 Sol for me to get my money back at this current rate? You also want to see the distributions over multiple days because this might be an anomaly. This may be way higher than normal. This number may be way lower than normal. We want to find a good average so we have a better idea exactly how much we're going to make for passive income. But the research doesn't stop there. You have to determine if the team behind it is doing everything they can to get more people like me, gamblers, onto the site so that your holdings increase because you get a bigger rake. So the third project I want to show off in the casino bucket is High Roller Hippo Clique. At this point in your research, you understand how the mechanics are made, you understand how you make money as an investor, and you can determine, okay, I can look at the floor. If I buy in here, how long does it take me to get my money back? And how long does it take me to get a good return on investment? But the next thing you need to determine is what they're doing to be innovative. How are they staying current? How are they getting new players in? And people like High Roller Hippo Clique are putting out new games. They're spending money. They're spending marketing dollars to try to get new people like you to play their game so that their holders make more money because there's a bigger cut, a bigger rake. So the fact is that I look at in determining if a casino play is a good investment, I look at the floor price compared to how much money I'm going to get back. I look at the overall numbers. Are a ton of people playing this game? I look at the team in the future. Are they innovating? Are they making sure that more people come in to gamble so me as an investor can get a cut of a bigger pot? And I do some digging into the community. Are they happy so far? Do they appreciate what they have going on? Or is there a lot of FUD? I really want to know what the community's like, because this is a project for passive income that you're going to be in for longer term. The second bucket I want to talk about is Bluechips. How do you determine what makes a good long-term project that's going to consistently increase in price and reward their holders? But this is also the part of the video where I always make my trade. At the beginning of the video, you get no introduction. At this part of the video, I ask you for a like. Deal? Deal. So go ahead and hit that like button if you're enjoying this video so far. So what do I mean about potential blue chips? How do you determine them? And what do I look for? So if we look at one of my tweets from the other day, I say, I know I'm a broken record, but I love quantum traders, and I really think this pullback right now, all the way back to 13, think you could get in even cheaper. Think YA is crazy, and this is a legit long-term performer. Blow off top potential as a longer hold. This isn't a scalp trade. This isn't me buying in at 10, selling at 14. This is one of those projects that I believe, personally, that has the potential to go to 50, 60, 70 SOL. These are the types of projects that once they drop, you just keep accumulating more at lower and lower entry prices. And I'm not gonna harp on just quantum traders, but I wanna show you why I look at projects like this. So if you scroll down a little bit on their website, you can see the benefits from holding a quantum trader. You're gonna benefit from the YA treasury and its future growth. You're gonna get the YA token airdropped equivalent of the mint price. You're gonna be able to stake your quantum trader for the YA token, and the average yield of YA over the course of 24 months is 14,000 YA. This is a P2P NFT trading platform. So I'm not in this project because I love the art, that's not what I'm looking at. I love the YA network on the back end, and having exposure to it through the NFT itself, I think is a great play long term, because I think this platform gets used more and more. I think the YA token itself increases in price, and I think quantum traders itself, because of that impact and utility, continues to increase in price. Let me show you a few other projects that I consider in this longer term blue chip type bucket. There's projects like Dazed Ducks. What I like about this is the community is so strong. I see them all over Twitter. I also see that the artists and the team behind the project itself are working very hard. Sometimes a longer term project can be as easy as believing in a team with a unique art style. Speaking of being in a project long term because you simply believe in the people behind it, sometimes it's a combination of the team and other people you respect in the industry. In this case, it's something we talk about a ton on the channel. Shout out to the GOAT, Easy Eats Bodega. And now we're talking about chain myths. So basically what I did, I searched all the times that Easy has talked about chain myths. And look, sometimes you just have to believe in other people and what they believe. And look, this is not financial advice. Do not just follow people blindly. Don't do what I do. Do your own research. But sometimes you just gotta trust people that you know and respect a ton in the space. He's been tweeting about these for months. Still holding. This is a scalp trader. He loves and makes most of his plays in the short term. Quick get in, quick get out. But he keeps holding these chain myths. So I did my own digging after I saw his conviction in the play, and I was super impressed with what they have going on. I'm a huge fan in games long term, but not only just the games, I love seeing this. The team members. I dove deep into each one of these team members, and this is the most important thing on long-term plays. Do you trust the team to execute in the long run? Again, this video is less about the specific projects that I'm going to highlight. It's a little bit about that, but it's more so about how you can find these on your own, what to look for, and what can help you give conviction on your best plays. The third bucket is NFT projects that creatively reward their holders. This is my favorite bucket. This is where you really get to see the creativity of developers behind the scenes. So let's dive into a few examples and see how you can be rewarded for being in these types of plays. First, I don't like shouting out a project that I got super burned on. I lost a lot of money on Secret Sync Society. I got in at the wrong time. I got out at the wrong time. But I do think that there was a lot of creativity from this dev team in doing things in a new way. They created a process called binding right here, where binding occurs whenever a Sphinx is minted. The wallet used to mint your Sphinx will be set as the sole royalty account for that specific Sphinx. Every time that Sphinx is traded, the creator royalties will be sent to the original minter's wallet. So this is pretty cool. So no matter what happens on the secondary market, as soon as you trade your Sphinx, and hopefully it gets traded a ton of times back and forth to other people, because each time it does, you get that creator royalty back to your wallet. They also created the Ankh token, which helps you get a pharaoh. And what the pharaoh can do is actually pretty interesting as well. It helps you be able to claim the royalties of an existing Sphinx. So it's cool at first that if you minted one, now you get all the secondary. But now if someone mints a pharaoh and yours is getting traded a ton, they can choose to take all the creator royalties that were going to your wallet and now it's going to their wallet. Another example, and probably the most famous, is what was created by Wolfgame. Basically, what Wolfgame did was allow you to mint sheep, and what your sheep would do when you stake them would be produce wool daily. The wool token has value on its own, but there was also wolves involved. What the wolves did was govern the whole thing. They took a 20% tax on the wool that the sheep produced, but they also had a chance to steal the wool entirely from the sheep. The equivalents on the Solana blockchain are Cops Game, there's Neon Game. Basically, it's the same deal where you have, in this case, you have robbers, which produce loot daily, so you make money passively by holding and earning loot token. You're banking that the token behind the game, either wool or loot, goes up in value along the way. Another project just like that is Dapper Ducks. Right here, you have the Dapper Ducks that earn flock, and then you have the Dapper Ducks, the hunters, that, they hunt. These are a little bit riskier, so do your own research because maybe the game gets stale, people no longer are interested, so the underlying token is going to go down in value. These might not be the best plays, but to me, they're the most fun. I love the creativity involved. The reason that they might not be the best play is you need to make sure it's a cool enough game that it doesn't get stale. The top example of a team that has consistently provided value because they're super creative in the back end and making it better for you as the holder is Wolfgame. The shepherd, or basically the devs behind the game, keep making creative ways to make sure the wool token, the token behind the project itself, continues to rise in value, aka also meaning that the NFTs follow suit and increase in price. They're creating different seasons, different games within the games. For example, Alpha Game. Since Alpha Game was launched, the floor price is steadily rising. They have players active in the community, really putting all their time into it, which means that the community is getting stronger, the game's getting more interesting, and all the money around it is increasing. So if you're going to invest in these type of projects, make sure you see the game as something that has long-term potential, something that people are going to continue to innovate on, and make the token behind the project continue to be more valuable. Now we're going to have a little fun. This is bucket 4. These are upcoming projects that could be super promising, or they could go to nothing and you could get really burned. So let's have some fun. I'm going to show you 3 upcoming projects that could either be big home runs or misses, and I want you to head down to the comment section and you tell me why each one is a good play or a bad play. I want to see how good we can do as a community. I think this is going to be a good time. Depending on the comments, we're going to see how sharp you were at figuring out what to look for in an upcoming project. So let's see how we do. Number 1, we got Bulldog Billionaires Club. I'm just going to give you some of the cool information and then you make your decision based on that. It's going to be a collection of 2,000 bulldogs, and if you scroll down, the benefits, number 1 is passive income. The way you passively make money on these is the passive income is subsidized by a 3% royalty fee on all secondary market sales. 100% of all royalty proceeds are distributed back to the holders and minters. Here's the breakdown. For holders, 85%. For minters, 15%. It's the same thing as the binding contract from the Secret Sphinxes, where the original minter made money on the whole thing, but this time they make a smaller percent, but they still make money. They're going to drop the bone token, so they're going to be auto-staked, and Genesis holders can earn a bone token daily. What can I do with Bone? It's going to be an essential tool for minting all future collections. As far as the team, because you know that's important to us, it shows Aaron and Brandon, it shows their Discord handles, and then it shows Solabs.io was the people that have created it. Based on just that info, or maybe you do your own research including this, what do you think about this project? Is it a good mint or are you going to pass? Second, we got Turtles, and I don't even know how they got turtles.com as a URL, but that's beside the point. So the way you make money by owning a turtle is because they have a burn mechanism with the Oogie token. Oogie token have a burn and deflationary mechanism, reducing its total supply and making the token more valuable. You're going to get royalty income. 70% of the royalty incomes from turtle NFTs will be used to buy back and burn. And then it's even more deflationary because they're going to have a turtles launchpad, and 100% of the used Oogie token on the turtles launchpad will be burned. Let's go through the utilities. They're going to have a casino, the first ever live casino that supports multiple wallets. They're going to have a game, and let's get into the game real quick, but they're also going to have a launchpad. They've already shown that they can successfully produce projects through their launchpad. They have Baby Apes, Spookeletons, and Solana Island. They have a working game right now. You can enter Solana Beach, and it looks like this. It's a shooter. I can run around. I can shoot things. I'm not going to play the game. But what do you think? Is Turtles a good buy? Does it have enough things to make it a long-term hold for passive income? Third, we have Invokers. This is a play-to-earn game. There's going to be 5,000 NFTs that passively earn 10 INV tokens daily. In their game, players will be able to complete quests, fulfill campaigns, and enjoy a PvE and PvP environment. Here's some of the rewards and perks as a holder. You get the daily yield of their token. If you hold 10 plus Invokers, you get these benefits. If you hold 5 plus, you get these, and so on and so forth. As far as the team, we have Sam Invoker, who's working alongside a large team, apparently has been doxxed by Civic Pass, but as we know from the past mistakes, Civic Pass isn't always 100% correct. Again, let me ask you, are you minting invokers? And out of those 3 projects, rank them in order from the best possible result to the worst. That's what I look for in terms of finding long-term Solana NFTs to produce passive income. If you enjoyed the video up to this point, please smash the like button. I appreciate you watching. Peace out.